Welcome to another amazing episode of All That She Wants. Swati and Vijay chose art as a language to communicate with society, which will never cease to spread positivity. When we run down her reflection, art classifies her and she classifies art. She is compassionate with fellow humans, though humanity in today's age is not commonly visible. Hailing from Kamam with a dream to look forward and grow up in all ways. Cities grew and so did she. Though she has grown and achieved accolades, she's always connected to her roots. She empathizes with the suppressed, cares for Mother Nature, and dreams for a happy, serene earth and its creatures. Love recognizes no barriers. Love shows the way to go ahead, no matter how strong the hurdles are. I welcome Swati, Hyderabad's first street artist, on my podcast, All That She Wants.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure.
You've been doing fantastic work, especially the reality that you get into your art is phenomenal. I just love it.
Thank you.
So, you chose art. You are an artist, but why a street artist? What sparked your passion for a street artist or a street art?
Actually, we didn't choose. Our art chose streets because the subjects we choose are always related to public. So it's our common interest for me and Vijay. So the art, whatever we do, that deserves streets as a canvas because that is more closer to public than galleries. So initially we started working on canvas and held exhibitions, but we understood that instead of expecting public to come and watch our works in galleries and respond on them, why don't we start working in streets which is more closer to them? Yeah. So it's because the subjects we choose are related to dark humor and politics sometimes, and whatever moves us very deeply. So yeah, that's how we started coming into streets.
I love one of your work, though there's not a lot to talk about the art, but the way it is put up. I think the GST, what exactly is that? It's a luxurious period.
Yes. When, as I said, we inspire from day to day life, right? When we heard something or if we see some news or something happened somewhere. So when I heard this sanitary napkin is under luxurious GST slab, so it can never be a luxury for a woman, right?
Definitely,
So it is an essential.
it is.
So we want to uh, project our thoughts on it, and we choose to write it like I'm on my luxurious period.
I think that's the best thought you guys came up with, because how can they come up with something that is very basic that
Yes,
I think a child from 7 to 8 years old need it,
right.
and they can have GST over it.
And aside, we are doing so much of awareness campaigns that we are people have to come out from the old traditional ways to avoid cancers and all. But at the other side, if we put the same thing in luxurious thing, how can one? It should be accessible to more people, right?
Yes.
So that's how we wanted to express our own thoughts through our arts. Yeah.
Wow. So you and Vijay work together.
Yes.
How is the compatibility between both of you?
Vijay's approach is a little aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is always a subtle and simple way of presentation I like. But the good thing is when we both convinced on one presentation, it will be acceptable from the more of the public, right? Because not everyone will be same, but some people might like that provoking, thought provoking approach, and some not. But when we both are collaborative, it is always a kind of combination of both.
So, who do you guys have fights when
Of
you
course.
don't come on a common ground?
Yes, we do a lot of discussions and arguments also. Most of our arguments are related to art only. Even in personal life, we don't have much conflict. But when it comes to art, we we want to be very much careful and also responsible, because we want to make sure that it will not be create any conflict, because we are projecting our, I mean, we are injecting our art into streets. No one is asking us to work on something, right? But we are directly placing it in streets. So a person can never escape who is going to the, I mean, to the same way. So one day or the other they have to see, and it is a larger than life image when we do
Exactly.
it. So we make sure that it should spread some positivity.
Rightly said. A good artwork is not appreciated as much. A small mistake in an art gets into a big conflict.
Pressure.
Okay,
Yeah.
how did the transition from underground to mainstream success happen?
We used to work overnight to project our thoughts, because all the time we don't have permissions to do in streets. So if you see Why Should We Love India and Love Break Barriers, those are all we started overnight, like around 3 o'clock in the night, and we'll be finishing off them by early morning. And at that time, Start India Foundation was in I mean, they organized this international street art festival in Hyderabad. So that really took our work to the next level, because that is when we got the opportunity to work officially in a large scale. So by seeing those outputs like FOMO and humanity, these are all part of the international festival. It was supported by the government as well. So that completely changed the scenario of street art. Before that, it was like artist who is working on wall is not considered much as artist in art community. So after that, perception has also changed from the public, even in art community also. So
Okay.
people are preferring artworks, and we got other opportunities to work in different buildings and hospitals from government. Yeah, so that is one major thing happened.
So, how is the government involved in the projects that you do? Because when we talk about street art, everything that is not personal is owned by government.
Yes.
So, how helpful
Uh,
is the government?
yeah. While we were doing in streets, there's one. Yeah, I tell you this. After some days, those works became a place to stick the posters wherever we worked. So we wanted to do in a place where it should be protected by the people where we work. So that's how we identify a school, and also at the same time, we heard a news that Telangana is going to shut down 2,000 rural government schools. So we wanted to make over that school to compete with private school, because no no parent would like to spend so much money to send their children to private schools, right? So we want to show the difference with our art. So we've chosen one small rural school, and we made it with our own funds. Me and Vijay, we did it in academic vacation. So it wasn't a hard summer, it was difficult, but we wanted to see the difference. We did. The earlier strength was 15 members, but later on it was around 40, and there's no child left in that
Wow,
village.
that's amazing.
Yeah. By seeing this output, there are some other NGOs approached us. We will give you the colors and materials all. Could you please work for these schools? And all. So we started working like that. After that, one of the MPs, politician, he asked us to work for his school wherever he studied at his childhood. So that's how we expanded our work scope And by seeing them, even the government hospitals, there was Wakati Karuna IAS. Uh, Ma'am asked us to work for government hospitals. All this happened after the International Street Art Festival. So people came to know that there's this art which can really make some difference. So one after one, hospitals and schools, and then we got to be part of this schemes, Mana Uru Manbadi and Nadu Nedu, which is that is actually whatever we thought initially we could do only one or two schools, but when government takes up this as a scheme, there are so many to develop, right? So be a part of that, and we have worked more than 70 schools as of now.
No wonder they say, right? Images speak louder than thousand words. So that's what you guys are doing. Especially when art, street art cannot be taken back home, it cannot be hung on the walls. How do you really justify the commercials? Do you even monetize on it? Because if it is a government project, whatever you do on street, it's majorly the government who give the work.
Uh, from the government, it always depends on the quantity. See, if it is a private client, they might be interested to do it for one or two walls or at some space, right? But if it is a government, the canvas will be so much, because if it is a school, there are so many schools. We worked for a stadium. After that, we were uh, asked to do in multiple districts with so many municipalities. So the quantity is big. So then we can manage.
Okay.
If we have to do for one wall with government rates, that will not even cover our expenses. But if we can work more, then we can make it affordable.
So I see that you do a lot of work which is for the government. And why do you choose being a part of that body more, and why not private?
It is not a particularly we work for government, but initially we started working for schools, right? We both are from government schools, and we believe that there is a need. So we wanted to be part of that development. And also the hospitals that really changed the mindset of patient for some time, that could really make a difference. So we want to be part of that kind of results.
How do you define success for yourself?
For me, success is to be able to do what you really like and finding time for to do things which give you a genuine happiness, because chasing behind numbers or titles will be a never ending process, and I like to do what I like. That's how I entered into this field. After plus 2 I didn't even know what to do, but I'm clear that I shouldn't do engineering or medicine. I wanted to do something other which I liked.
Okay.
So we are very fortunate that my profession and passion in both are inclined. Also to be able to find time to do things like what I like whether it can be reading or writing or meeting friends. Finding time is to be successful, I think, because I have so many friends. They're so busy that in their lives that they cannot spend time on to do things which they like. So that's how I feel. So, yeah, to be able to find time to do things which we like is being successful.
How do you stay inspired and evolve yourself as an artist?
We inspire from everyday life, but we live in the moment most of the times. We have no plans for tomorrow or next week or what we don't follow a schedule. We live in the moment so that we could sense without missing anything, and we could we could be able to respond whichever moves us. Mm, and the response from the public is also one thing.
Mm-hmm.
When we work on particular subjects like independence, we have a fear that uh, how whether public will receive it or not, but most of the times we get the positive response. They also have the similar kind of opinions on
Mm-hmm.
such things, so that gives us boost to
Okay.
do more projects. And we try to handle very sensitive topics in a sensible manner. That also uh, feel like a challenge to present more works like that.
Okay. So you have reached a milestone where you wanted to do something and you have done it. Definitely, as an artist, there is no full stop.
Mm.
But have you still achieved, or you still looking for it?
We frankly never thought about this much body of work we could be able to present in street art. We started it as a, I don't know, we never planned all this. Whatever we thought we wanted to work on this concept, it is good to present in streets. When we realized that, we started doing it. Earlier days, I we never get much awards or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing, when we got this French Embassy and Krishnagati Fellowship, that really changed our perception towards art and life as well.
Okay.
From there, we got invited to exhibit our work in Japan. There, we got the support of Telangana government as well. And art community also started recognizing that these people are doing something interesting. So that is one thing. And what uh, gives us more happiness is we could increase the respect to street artists as well.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, earlier it was not like, a street artist is not considered as an artist in art community, but now government and officials, they are calling artists
Mm-hmm.
and explaining that we need this. And it it built up, I mean, it reached to certain level, so we could get that scope. We created that path in Hyderabad especially.
Okay.
So that is one thing. And
What is beyond Hyderabad for you? Like Hyderabad, you have been doing great work.
in, in Telangana and Andhra, we are tied up with municipalities. So we worked for different uh, mm, areas like stadiums, sports stadiums, and hospitals and school, and even in other states like Bangalore, Chennai, Delhi.
Mm-hmm.
So we could expand our limitations and also participating in international street art festivals. When we worked in Hyderabad, the artists who came from France, they invited us to come back to their place and participate in other festivals. That's how we went back again to France and
Mm-hmm.
exhibited our works there.
Okay.
So yes.
Wow, amazing. So, what role is social media playing in your career, and do you leverage it also?
Mm, not much. Earlier, it took a big role because when we worked in streets, we put that back and posted on Facebook or some social media platform. We got interacting with people on that platform. So that is the only thing where we exhibited our works, because we there was less opportunity to exhibit in galleries in when we worked on such topics, right? But now I personally spend very less time on social media, because when it comes to art, we have to fully focus on it. So I'm not the one who posts my activity on social
Mm-hmm.
media. But I really want to increase that time. I look forward to
Mm-hmm.
manage more.
So, you're more of a person working from behind the scene and just let my work talk.
Yes, that is
You
true. We hardly post pictures. We post only the final pictures because when we are working on it, uh, we can't spend any time to market or to project. Yeah, we have done this, and this is what we're going to do after this. So no, that that didn't work for me. So yes, let the work talk. That
okay.
is our only communication with the society.
So do you have a team?
Yes, we do have a team. When
Okay.
it is in a large scale, we take their help.
So mostly the government projects you mean, you take
Yes,
help of
yes,
them.
yes.
Otherwise, it's just you and Vijay who manage the entire work.
Yes, but now we are taking the help of team because we are accessing multiple sites at a time.
Mm-hmm.
So we will be there for sketch and the entire process, but we take the help of manpower to fill the colors and all.
Okay. So what's next for Swati? What
We
is a major project or any
uh,
collaborations?
okay. We are going to beautify some flyovers, and also we are doing an underpass where we are going to present all the Olympic medal winners from India. So
Wow.
that is one thing we always wanted to do because that is what we could do.
Mm-hmm.
It is our kind of appreciation for the medal winners for India.
Wow. What are the major challenges as a street artist?
Finding a good wall is the first challenge,
Mm-hmm.
and then the feasibility. Sometimes it is not suitable for to reach certain level
Okay.
due to the next buildings. It should support to carry that weight, and the physical effort is always there.
Strenuous.
Yes, you have to. And the one more thing, it is, I feel it is same to paint on a canvas and also the wall, but only thing you will not be understand the image when you're painting from there. You need to come back, get down and come back and see it from a distance. Then only you can figure out whether it is coming in
Mm-hmm.
the way you expected.
Hmm.
That is one thing.
What is the tallest work that you have done so far?
We have done 119 feet.
Wow.
It's a government hospital complex
Mm-hmm.
in Nizamabad,
Okay.
Telangana.
So, was there a time that you were demotivated and you thought of, now this is it? I don't want to be a street artist anymore. I don't want to do street art anymore.
It happened twice when we have done we have done a street art in earlier days. Uh, Only me and Vijay was there. I was on the ladder, and we worked for 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
He was holding the ladder and I was painting. We keep move the ladder and we two were there. But while doing, we thought of, okay, this is the last one. We are not going to do any more street art next, and we'll see other medium. But after finishing the work, when we are seeing the output, we forget all that effort, and we
Mm-hmm.
are ready for the next work. And one more time, we worked one artwork on road. It's around 100 feet road. So we painted with roller on the road. So that even that took, we started around 3:34 and till 6 o'clock I was completely bent by rolling the paint.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like too much pain after doing that. Okay, this is the last one we're not going to do, and we'll see
Mm-hmm.
other medium like something else which is interactive with the public. But the result from the public and the final output will gives us so much satisfaction. So okay, we can manage to do the other works. Only the physical stress will demotivate us sometimes, but later on it never happened.
So, considering there is a lot of work that you do in the night times, uh, is there any risk attached to it?
If you see the video of Why Should We Love India, there's no, not even a street light is there,
Mm-hmm.
at that time there was a construction going on. We thought there would be no one in the mid of the night, but all the heavy vehicles are going there. Only when the light passes on it, then only the driver can recognize that someone is doing something. But those are the things a little risky, but those are what we felt after doing it. And the heights, you need to be always careful. We use harness, and we make insurance for all the team all the time. So we take precautions.
Okay. Which has been your best work so far?
It is difficult to say one work. Every work we put our complete heart and soul, right? So we cannot differentiate one work, but most simplified but yet effective is love break barriers. I feel that we can relate that work even for today. So we are going through wars and all, but that is the only way we could defeat that situation, right? So love break barriers is one of my favorites, and also the connecting neighborhood. We can, I mean, how simply we are projecting the bigger subject, and also the save farmers. We could make some noise on such subjects which people usually don't get to chance to know, right?
Correct.
So those kind of things gives us very much satisfaction.
So when there is hatred, negativity, how do you respond or how do you manage that?
For one work, we worked for Hyderabad heritage buildings. Like, I personally love so much these heritage properties, but most of them are found as an abandoned dump yards and here and there, right? So we thought of writing, "I'm an orphan, please adopt me." So that work got us the, I mean, we could see the both kind of responses. A wing from government called us, and this is a good initiative. Can you let us know more properties? Where did you see these kind of thing? We wanted to develop them, but that is not our job. We thought, like, finding them and giving them the list is not our job, but we wanted to raise an initiative, and we could do that. At the same time, some people raised a concern that you are also painting on that property. That means you are also doing some damage to that property. So, but what we felt is, even if it is a scar, but that is curing, right? So that is worth. That's what we thought.
What advice would you give to the emerging street artists?
I see there's a lot of scope now. When we started in 2012, 13, at that time, there was no one. People are not aware of street art. And that is the time, if you work on wall, it will not give you the financial benefits also. Working on canvas can at least show you a scope that you can market your work, but on wall it was not the same. But now I see the quick possibilities if you work on wall, because most of the cafes, even interiors, government is spending crores of rupees in beautification, and there's lack of artists, proper authentic street artists are also very few. Whoever are doing, most of them are replicating an internet image. If you do an genuine authentic art, you will have lot of scope to do. So that is one thing they can choose.
You're doing a brilliant work, getting the real life into facts and showing it up. I wish you all the best for your future endeavors. In today's changing world, it isn't important when you start, how you start, and where you start. Commitment, resilience, and ability to grow each day will make your dream come true. Just be faithful, be true to yourself, be in the highest spirits, and this will get you wonders. I'm sure you're loving the podcast as I've been getting good reviews. Just keep doing this, spread more love. Please subscribe and like our channel, All That She Wants.